Hey guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello. Today I brought with me Peripera's new lip products. So let's start reviewing these light and soft matte lip products right away. Peripera's Ink Mood Matte Tints released in a total of 5 colors. These matte tints are set to give you matte blur lips from the center to the edge of your lips while also providing clear, refreshing blur correction without any stuffiness. These tints come in a size that fits comfortably in my hands, making them nice to carry around, and each color appears to come designed in their own individual color as well. Despite that, I think it'd be best to actually check the color out rather than choosing a color based on the color of the case. The applicator seems to be slightly unique in shape. Fitting perfectly onto my lips, I was able to apply it on comfortably. Since it has a very light and soft application, I didn't feel any irritation at all when applying it. The finish really does look blurred. All 5 colors are said to be comfortable to use colors that are easy to apply anywhere you go. When applied thinly, I feel that it creates natural looking lips, with the colors getting increasingly darker the more I apply them on. Wiping the tints off halfway with a wet tissue to check the staining, I can see that the staining appears to be on the light side. Also, upon checking to see how it smears, it unexpectedly smeared more than expected. I find that most lip products that are not of the moist type tend to be less smearing when pressing my lips onto a tissue, but this product seemed to smear quite a bit. Of course, when applied thinly, I was able to see that it smeared less, but since I applied it in layers several times, it smeared quite a lot. Upon reapplying on the tint and waiting for it to be fixed, I could see that the smearing was less than when I first tried it. There was also quite a bit of transfer. Now let's take a look at a swatch of each color. Number 1, Peach Puree. Peach Puree is said to be a soft coral color that has become main character of the coral world by gathering all the corals. The color has a dryish looking feel to it, making it great as a base when applied in gradation and seemingly more coral when applied in full lip. Number 2, Ballet Pink. Ballet Pink is said to be a well-blended cool tone pink plum color that cannot be found anywhere else. When applied in gradation, it seems to feel more pinkish, but when applied in full lip, the color appears darker. I think this will look good on winter cool deep tones. Number 3, Oatmeal Rose. Oatmeal Rose is said to be a soft, dried rose color that occupies a high stake in dried rose world. When you just look at it, it seems to be a slightly warm color, and when applied on my arm, it looks dried, but when applied on my lips, unlike the dried rose color I imagined, rather than being muted, it was more on the pinkish side. Number 4, Soft Cedarwood. Soft Cedarwood is said to be an orange-red color that looks as if it's covered with a filter. I recommend this color for spring bright tones since it seems to be a color that leans on the high saturation side. I'd also recommend this for warm autumn, but not for those with muted tones. Number 5, Ginger Red. It's said to be a soft vintage red color that goes well with any TPO. It seems to have a cool pinkish feeling when applied thinly, but when applied in full lip several times, it also seems to feel warm. I find it to be a rose color that's easy to use. I read some reviews mentioning that only number 4 of the 5 colors had a watery texture, and while the formulation of the number 4 I have is unusually different, the formulation was not watery, but rather somewhat slightly crumbly. The other colors all have the same formulation as each other, so I'm not sure why only number 4 is different. Personally, I think the color of the cases and the color descriptions on the side seem to be slightly different from how the actual colors look. Actually, before getting my hands on the full collection of these Ink Mood Matte Tint colors, I'd already bought number 3 because I was so curious. Since we can't really test the colors out in stores these days, I just decided on number 3 based on the color of the case. After trying it out after paying for it, I was a bit surprised with the slight difference of the color from what I had expected. These tints are also said to have been tested to be smudge preventative on masks, so I went ahead and tested to see if it would be mask proof. After applying number 3 Oatmeal Rose thinly in full lip, I waited for a few minutes to allow it to be fixed, and then I put on a mask and went ahead and started jabbering quite a bit. Unlike what I expected, there was quite a lot of smearing. So I placed a tissue on my lips and pressed it on for about 5 times and wore my mask again. This time there was less smearing. One thing I found to be a bit surprising was how the colors stayed looking nearly the same despite having the tint removed with a tissue. I thought that the colors would most likely just remain on the lip line, but the colors actually stayed on naturally overall. It definitely seems to smear less when applied thinly, so I recommend applying it on thinly once or twice rather than applying it too thickly at first. And I also tested to see how it looked before and after eating, and I could see that the color disappeared after eating. Like this, I've introduced all 5 colors of Peripera's Ink Mood Matte Tint. Since the color of the actual package and the case of this product is different from the tint color, I hope that you'll find this video helpful with choosing the color you want in case that you're interested in getting these tints. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!